All right. Okay. Did I hit? Okay. Well, that was fun. Wow. I guess I'd like to be put on my feet and held to the fire. So it was a lot of fun. It's very sweet to kind of wrap it up in this place that we played a couple of years ago. It reminds me of the Footlight Club. Those of you who don't know, the Footlight Club is like where I first did theater, and it was 4 blocks away from my house in Jamaica Plain in Boston. When we were growing up, and I first, entered there, did shows there, it was like this green, and it was the ceiling was falling down, it was peeling off, it was a mess. And then with all the hard work from the members in getting grants and writing grants and getting money, and it's like pristine, it's beautiful, and it's this 250 seat theater, and right in the neighborhood. And so we were lucky to have the place. And for a moment there, I looked up and it had that vibe, and it's very easy to get emotional while I'm up there and with you guys. So, but we made it. We survived. You sang the end of "Please Don't Go, Girl." As I said, we call this a talk back, thinking of theater and whatnot. But this is the time for that burning, desired question you've had since you were 13. I give her a hard time because she always has questions for Jordan. At the meet and greet, she just, and it's always something different. Does he ever give you an answer? What's your question? Oh, 7 years ago. She's good, right? Oh, yeah, I did record at Capitol Records, and it was about 7 years ago. It was before I moved to New York. And me and Rob Lewis did some songs. I gotta look at those files, I kind of forget. I just wanted to record there. I thought I was never coming back to LA. But, yeah, no, it's an amazing, Capitol Records it's for those of you who don't know, it's that building in LA, the round building, and where Frank Sinatra and Nat King Cole and so many greats recorded. But they have the thing about what gave it the sound is that the sound was funneled down into the basement, into these cavernous rooms, and the sound would bounce off, and then it would come back, and they would record that sound, and that would be that kind of Capitol Records sound. And they never knew how to, they tried to, mimic it and do it, but the way it was like molded, and it had a very special sound. And it's still there, it's still open, it's beautiful. I gotta look at those files. I think I just did some standards, but I didn't feel, maybe I was too excited, to feel like they were keeper stuff, but I'll have to take a look. Yes? Hey. If I'm an early bird or a night owl, I'm definitely more of a morning person, I think. Yeah. Yeah. I'm kind of in the middle, but I'm definitely not like I'm in bed by I'm sleeping by 10:30. Kids are walking in and out of the room. It's showtime for them. I'm like, see you later. Yeah, but I do have those moments lately of being up at like 2 a.m. for an hour. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
you don't know what the hell to do.
Yep.
Some people say, I do, every once in a while, I'll get the book, I'll walk downstairs, I'll read a book. They say like a second sleep, this thing called second sleep, instead of trying to do whatever you can. But yeah, so, we're at that moment in our lives, aren't we? You know what I mean? When that stuff happens, and I know women have it a lot worse than guys, so we shouldn't complain. So I know. Yes? Collaborate? I don't really, when I think of that, like, I like people to sing some of the songs I've already written. Like, I want to hear Carrie Underwood sing She, I wanna maybe, well, this might be, I could twist his arm, but Own This Town I love that song. It feels like a standard, so maybe I'll have to ask Robbie Williams to sing that for me. But I look at it that way, I'm just lucky to, because I wouldn't want to really force it necessarily. I've always said if I could be in the studio with someone, it would be George Michael, because he's freaking flawless and what he did and just everything, voice, production, songwriting, like everything was just incredible. Yeah. So. Yeah.
I took my daughter last year, right, she's 13, to New York. We saw you in Drake. It was amazing. Ever since, she has been bitten by the Broadway theater bug. Yeah. Do you have any advice for an inspiring Broadway star?
Yeah.
Well, 2 shows and auditioning.
Yeah, I mean, that's the way to do it. Community theater. I mean, and the thing about being a theater kid is like you can't undo it. You just yeah, you just love it, and you're there for the right reasons, and like I see that in my son Reese, like he loves theater, and in a way that, like, as I say, for fun and for free, you know what I mean? You're just there, and that's what I grew up with, you know what I mean? Just people getting off the bus or the trolley after work and then walking up the street, and they get to be a Music Man or George M. and like have a conventional life, but also, be a part of this community and be a part of the arts, and so good for her, and yeah, you get, bit by the bug, it's like I said, there's no undoing it. Yes?
What's your favorite part about touring solo versus touring with humans?
Well, I think being solo, you get to kind of have some more time to hang out and sing 20 songs instead of 4. So that's a little bit more, of an experience. Yeah, so it's always like I've been saying lately, like when I'm with the guys, like I love it, you know what I mean? Like when I'm with them, like I don't think of not being with them, But when I'm not with them, I'm not thinking of being with them, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, and that's good, you know what I mean? That feels like that's a warm feeling, you know what I mean? Both those reactions are coming from love, you know what I mean? Which is, I'm glad that I'm at that place. Yeah, I mean, Vegas first time around was incredible and something new for us, and it's somehow finding new ways to, be a band and grow and try different things, and that's what you kind of strive for. So we're lucky. Yeah. Couple more and then we'll do some selfie. Yes.
What is a lesson you've learned recently, and what is a skill you wish to acquire?
It's a good one. I mean, I honestly have to think and talk to someone of whether am I manifesting these moments to learn. And I literally, because I have a lot of fun. I'm very particular. I'm very particular. And I try to say that up front with people I work with. And I'm lucky to work with great people. But I'm very specific. And I want to know, why is that happening? Why is that not happening? And you want to have the perfect show, whatever. And that happened, So I also like to mix it up. I I like those moments because it shakes it up. It gets you out of the moment. And that happened like every show, almost every show. I was like, oh, and Sean was like, nothing happened yesterday. And I said, yeah, but that guy who's 6'2" was in the front row, leaning into the stage. Like, it was just me and him all night long. I'm like, I had to actively like look away. And I love him to death, God bless him, you know what I mean? And you know, he got his ticket and he was happy, you know? So it's those things that I learned so much on the road, so much. And there's some stuff behind the scenes that like weird happened not with any, it was like not anybody on this tour, but like things happened on this tour that I had to like, are you kidding me? You know what I mean? And, you know, so I don't know if it's part of my energy, you know what I mean? I gotta check out my energy and my vibes, you know, because like I think I've learned enough, you know? But I'm also after the perfect tour, even though there's no perfect tour, but I can say that like, I freaking did it, you know, I wanted this tour, you know, I wanted this tour, I wanted phase one, I wanted it a certain way. And I freaking did it, and I thank you. And it's so easy to forget that, you know what I mean? Because you're on, well, I did it, let's move on, you know what I mean? And like, you know, giving ourselves the moment to go, yeah, I did that. I freaking did it, and I can do something else, you know, and learn from it. You don't know until you make mistakes. It really is. So I appreciate that question. Yes. You, yes, yeah.
If you could only pick one song of your solo songs to sing, which one would it be and why?
One song. Oh man. I think Own This Town. I mean, I love Easier. I love Own This Town. Yeah, but you know, I think I've just known that song longer. I know those songs longer. And as you know, I'm super proud of this album. So it's almost like that song Pause. I can't really pick those 10 songs yet. You know what I mean? But I like those songs. And yeah. Una más. And then we'll take some selfies. What's next? Yeah, so we'll see. I was sort of saying like for this, like maybe doing some shows in Europe and you know, it's tough. It's tough getting over there. I have a play that I'm trying to get on its feet. Yeah, that I didn't write, but I did some readings of, and I'm very excited about it. And it's really good, and kind of got producers involved, so that takes a lot of time. I have this weird project that I want to, it's almost like a art installation by day, performance piece by night, and it travels on wheels. I know you'll show up. I know you will. God bless you. All right, let's take some selfies. Love you guys. You're the greatest. Thank you.